Hello and welcome back to my channel, Blue Pixie Cupcakes. I've made a tutorial for you today on how to make these gorgeous chocolate geometric filled hearts, and I'll also run through a version with a flat back too. So you are going to need a geometric heart mould for these, and you can pick these up from Amazon or eBay quite easily. I'll put full details of this particular mould and all the other equipment used in this video in the description box below. Now for the chocolate, you can use either candy melts or real chocolate. I've used Callebeaut Belgian chocolate for these as it produces a much more superior taste than candy melts. And I melt the chocolate by putting it into a plastic container and putting it into the microwave initially for 30 seconds, give it a stir and then put it back in the microwave for 10 to 5-second bursts, stirring after each until the chocolate's melted. It's important to not allow the chocolate to get too hot as it won't then reset hard. So this is a really easy way to temper your chocolate and ensure it sets hard. So for our first heart with the marble design, you'll need to split some of that melted chocolate between 3 containers so we can colour it. And I'm going to colour some teal using Callebeaut oil-based colouring. And I'm going to colour some chocolate using Callebeaut hot pink. Because we are colouring chocolate, using an oil-based food colouring is going to get you the most superior results. Add more colouring if you need it to achieve the colour you're after. Then using a spoon, I'm just going to drizzle the 2 colours over the uncoloured white chocolate. And use a knife to mix it together very slightly. And pour this into the 2 moulds. I've used about 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of chocolate in each mould. And then just coat the moulds with the chocolate, making sure you get a good coating right to the top of the heart. You can also use a spoon to do this as well if you prefer. I'm then just going to tip the mould upside down onto a plate to get rid of any excess chocolate which would make the heart too thick. And finally scrape away the top with a small offset spatula and pop it in the fridge for a few minutes to set. On to our next watercolour design, and I'm going to use a paintbrush to paint rough patterns of teal chocolate straight into the mould. And doing the same for the pink chocolate, leaving some areas free for the uncoloured white chocolate. Pop this in the fridge for a few minutes to harden up before coating the mould in the white chocolate. And again, scraping away the excess chocolate from the top. Onto our last design, I'm using some edible gold glitter, and I'm going to spray this onto the moulds, giving it a good coverage. And I'm then going to fill and coat these with some pink chocolate. scrape off the top and pop it in the fridge again to speed up the setting of the chocolate. Once the chocolate has hardened, loosen the edges of each heart and simply pop them out. Our chocolate heart shells are now ready to be filled, and you can fill these with whatever you want really. I'm filling mine with some chocolate brownie pieces, chocolate fudge sauce, fudge pieces, chocolate M&Ms, and finally some sprinkles. And I'm also going to fill one of these with some sweets as well. Now to attach the two heart shells together, take a metal scraper or something similar and heat it up with some boiled water so it's hot to the touch, and simply melt the sides of the heart on there. Then pop this on top of your filled heart, line it up, and using a firm pressure to secure the two together. And do the same for the other hearts. Once the chocolate hardens, the two heart shells will be moulded together. These just need some final finishing touches to decorate, but before we do that, I just want to run through you quickly a second way of making these hearts with a flat back. So to do this, before you take the hearts out of the mould, fill them with your chosen filling. I'm using a mix of chocolate cake and chocolate buttercream. This is the same as what you would use for cake pops. So I'm just crumbling the cake and adding in the buttercream to get the consistency I'm after. And simply press your filling into the mould. Don't fill right to the top though, because you need to leave a small gap for the chocolate back. Then all you need to do is add some melted chocolate and using a small spatula, completely cover the heart, ensuring all the edges are covered. And then scrape away any excess chocolate. Pop them back into the fridge to harden up before loosening the edges and popping them out of the mould. So that's how you would make the hearts with a flat back. But back to decorating our brownie hearts. I'm going to pipe some of that melted pink chocolate onto the edge of my heart. And whilst the chocolate is still melted, sprinkle on some tiny white sugar balls and a few metallic edible pearls. I'll leave details of the sprinkles I've used below. And that's it. How gorgeous do these look? So let's crack one open to have a look to see what's on the inside. So we've got a Belgian white chocolate on the outside and a lovely fudgy brownie centre. These look and taste incredible, and you can really get creative with your fillings. Because these are so pretty, they make really lovely gifts. You can pack them up in individual cellophane bags, or you can use cupcake boxes as I've done here with some of the brownie pieces I've used for the centres. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a thumbs up if you have. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel so I can keep making these videos for you guys, and hopefully see you next time.